the Broncos, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and to the newly renovated Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Tannehill. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tannehill now, they give to Ajayi. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They run again with Ajayi. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up, make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
Well, it's so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now it's Ajayi. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. first down throw, Simeon. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Simeon. And that is incomplete.
As you and I know from visiting a lot of camps, no one practices this type of a start, do they?
Especially not on the road. You give up the touchdown on the opening drive. Now there's likely a 3-and-out on your first possession.
Yeah, you throw that incompletion there. You hate to fall into a hole early, especially on the road. Got to be careful.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
They go play action here on first down. And he's got the hook up with Anthony Fasano. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Here's Ajayi. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Here's Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Now it's Tannehill. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They start the drive with Anderson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On second down, Anderson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Simeon. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A first down as it's Simeon with a hook up to Sanders. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Second down following the run. A play fake to Anderson. It's Simeon. And his throw here's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Simeon. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Cameron Wake in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So now here come the Dolphins. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now a play fake here on first down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They run with Ajayi. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He needed 9. He got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And oh my, mistake there. Backs up, takes a fair catch at the 3-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. We remind you, coming up later tonight, we got a good NFC battle. The Eagles and Seahawks from Seattle, coverage starting at 8:30 Eastern. And tomorrow we'll put a bow on Week 13 with an AFC North matchup between the Steelers and the Bengals from Cincinnati.
A hard-hitting battle right there.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
They run again on 1st down. Anderson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. Here's Simeon now on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sanders. The 40, 30, the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Following the penalty, Anderson. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now Simeon. Left side here to Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second down, here's Tannehill. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And Denver getting set to take the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
First down at Simeon. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They give it to Anderson. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third down and 12. Now Simeon. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Cameron Wake in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. Early lead in that one for the Packers. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And that one goes out of bounds, and let's see here. They're going to walk this back to the 40-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. The Dolphins on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And 10, Simeon. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Second down, here's Simeon. And the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Third and long, it's Simeon. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Well, he appears well on his way to another big game. You remember 2016, partner. He became just the 4th player in NFL history to have 3 200-yard rushing games in a season.
2 of them were back-to-back. Steelers in Week 6, Bills in Week 7. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Simeon on first down. A dump off to Anderson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Three yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Simeon. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd down. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando, and with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The 3rd quarter starts with a run from Anderson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Simeon. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sanders. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. Fresh set of downs here. Out of the gun, Simeon. They'll find a rookie from La Tech. It's Carlos Henderson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. 10th carry now for Anderson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Here's Simeon. It's caught by Sanders. And he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
First down, Simeon. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. A shotgun snap for Simeon. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. C.J. Anderson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. The Dolphins on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Tannehill. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
This is Ajayi. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M. And all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. He finds Ajayi. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Well, still in search of the first down after that last completion. From the gun on third down, Tannehill over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
First down throw, Simeon. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on it man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Simeon. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
The Broncos on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot.
From the gun, here's Simeon. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And the Dolphins getting set to go here.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. They'll toss it to Ajayi. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
All right, here we go.
From the pistol, they run with Anderson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Simeon now on 2nd down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Charles Harris, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long. Back to throw, Simeon. They find some open field here. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. To throw on 2nd is Simeon. And this will be incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here's Simeon. Shakes off the sack. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Byron Maxwell. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not...
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. Now Parkey for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got room. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after it.
Going to give this time to the tailbacks. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Play clock winding down. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. Red zone opportunity. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's brought down. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. Now it's Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Parkey for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just... the 25 at the 24-yard line. Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now for Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have just added to their lead. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign.
All right, here we go.
A first throw for the backup Lynch. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Let's go.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lynch. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Broncos on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Lynch. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hurry up, here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lynch. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Set. Blue landing. Blue landing. Gun.
Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. Looking deep for Demarius. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. The gap has widened there. The Packers have scored again. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Miami, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.